Yo, what's going on guys, it's Nythvn and welcome back to another Gmod tutorial. And in this tutorial I'll be going over how to do Gmod elevators and next gen cinematics. So firstly I'm going to start off with how to do the Gmod elevators. Now this is very complicated to set up, so I'm going to show you how. And so now that that's downloaded, all you have to do is load up the game and load into a map. Once you've done that, you now find a place where you want to go and do the elevator. For example, I will do it right here. Now just a spoiler alert right now that there is no real elevators, these are all made by you. So basically what you have to do is you have to go over to spawn lists and you have to pick out a piece of inventory from here. I would recommend if you go to the plastic bit, you will see all of these areas right here. Now what you have to do is you have to go down to plates and you have to pick out a plate. This is the object that you'll be standing on to do the elevator. So if I were you, I would pick a 1x1. So what you have to do now, using your physics gun, you have to move the block to where you want your elevator to be. So for example, I'm going to move it to the corner of this wall. Whatever you do, you cannot lock this to the ground, because if you lock it to the ground, it will not move. Now that you've done that, what you have to do is you have to open up your spawn inventory again, you have to come to tools, and then head down to elevators, and click elevators. So now that you've clicked elevators, now you have to move on to this tab right here. So in order to actually start the elevator, you need to set yourself a keybind to start it and return so it can come back to you. So for example, I'm going to choose page up and page down. The next step is the moving and arrival sound. You must set this to none, otherwise it will make a noise when it moves to you. And now you can also change the speed of the elevator if you want, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. Now once all that is set up, all you have to do is press Q again, and then left click, and then that's the elevator ready. So now your elevator is set up, all you have to do is press your keybind to go up, and they'll take you with you. And if you want to come back down, press your arrival. If you want to increase the height of the elevator, all you have to do is go back to the menu and go to up down distance, and you just have to increase that as full as you can. So now all you need to do is stand on it and make it look like a real cinematic by going up. While I'm on the topic of elevators, I'm going to show you how to do a bolt movement. Now unfortunately, if you want a bolt movement, you can only move in one direction. So to do a bolt movement, what you have to do is you have to go for the same steps as the elevator. And then the only difference you have to make is by changing the up and down distance back to normal, and right and left and forward and back distance have to increase. So then when you click on the block, it should take you somewhere else, as you can see. And to go back, just press your back button. And it'll take you back to the spot where you left it. And now for the next part, which is next generation cinematics. So to start off, you need to download an add-on which I will leave in the description, which will allow you to do this. Once you have downloaded it and started up a game, I will now show you how to do it. There's two different types of objects you can use to do cinematics with. You can either use an NPC or a Ragdoll. As you can now see here, I have a Ragdoll to my left and an NPC to my right. So starting off with the Ragdoll, what you have to do is you have to go over to it and press C, which will open up this menu right here. You have to right click on it and you have to make it animatable. This will make the Ragdoll stand up in a default position. So now what you have to do is you have to open up your spawn menu again, you have to go to tools and you have to go all the way down to easy animation tool by Robot Boy 655. You will now be given an easy animation tool gun. So now what you have to do is you have to come out of your spawn menu and right click on the Ragdoll. When you right click on the Ragdoll, you will then realize if you go back into your spawn menu, you will have all these animation options right here. Now all you have to do is you have to press on one of these animations and it will do it. If you want to replay the animation, all you have to do is left click. If you want to loop the animation, all you have to do is go back to your spawn menu, scroll down, and where it says loop animation, enable it. And then all you have to do is play it again. If you think it's going too fast, all you have to do is go back to your spawn menu and change the animation speed. And then once again, left click. And then all you would have to do is you spawn in your cameras and do your cinematic that way. Moving on to NPCs, all you have to do is you have to open up your spawn menu and go to NPCs, and you have to enable disable thinking. Once it's disabled, all you have to do is go back into your spawn menu and go back down to the easy animation tool. And once again, right click on it. Now I should mention right now that each NPC or ragdoll may have the same or could have completely different animations. So now all you have to do is you have to select yourself your very own animation and it will play it. If you want to freeze your animation in a certain spot, all you have to do is press R on the frame which you want. There is no easy way to put blood on your animation without killing it. So the easiest way I can suggest is by going into your spawn menu, going to tools and then going to paint. And then from paint I would choose blood. And then you would just use it to apply it to your animation. Thank you all for watching my tutorial. I really hope this helped you. If you did any questions, answer me in the DMs and peace out.